Hey guys, welcome to World Class Cardfighters. I'm Derick Dao and today I'll be introducing to you guys a new video series that is going to appear on the World Class Cardfighters channel, and it's called Deck Doctor. So everyone's probably wondering, what is Deck Doctor? We haven't really seen this for Vanguard. We've seen this for various other trading card games. We've seen this for Magic, Shadowverse, Hearthstone, but we haven't really dealt with it for Vanguard. So to summarize, Deck Doctor is a video series where players submit various deck lists, and from the selection we pick out a deck list to update, change or modify while taking into consideration a set of criteria set out by the player. Now, criteria meaning the budget that they have to be able to change their deck, what they're going to be playing the deck for, and also taking into consideration the theme of the deck or some certain game interactions or combos that the player may like. So let's get down to this. Enough of me talking and rambling on about what this deck is about. So I'll show you what this Deck Doctor is really about when we really get down to the nitty-gritty stuff, when we are analyzing the deck that was submitted beforehand and also the changes that are made after. We have a Harri deck profile submitted by one of the local players here in Perth, and we need to change it to a level 2 tournament deck. There is no budget restriction, and we need to keep the Harri engine as well as incorporate the new Alice into this deck. So from the left side of my playmat inwards will be the cards that were originally from the old deck, and from the right side inwards will be the new changes. So, to start off, we're going to take out 3 of these Harris and 2 of the Masquerade Bunnies, and then put in 4 Alices and 1 Chimera. Now for the grade 2s, we're going to take out 4 of the Dancing Princess of the Night Sky, and pop in 2 Nightmare Doll Genie and 2 of the new promo Peekaboo. For the grade 1s, we are going to take out 1 Lovely Companion as well as 1 Silverthorn Lydia, and as well as the Masquerade Bunny, and we're going to put in 3 Nightmare Doll Leslie. For the triggers, we're going to get rid of this Fighters Collection heal and replace it with Hopping Balloon, which is the countercharge soul charge heal trigger. Additionally, we're going to take out the Silverthorn crit as well as the Harri exclusive crit for 2 of the Draw PGs from the L4 set, as well as 4 of the V criticals. I also need to remove Sky High Walker. So that's pretty much it for the changes in the main deck. So the changes I would make to this deck would be to take out 1 Millwood and 1 of the Maja G-Guard, and pretty much pop in 1 more of the Dragon G-Guard and 1 Light Element Agleam. So from the right side inwards are our changes to this deck. Now we have seen the snapshot of what the deck is like when it's changed, but the purpose of this video is more of why we made those changes. So the first major change is Alice. So Alice was requested by the player who submitted the deck in to feature in this video, and Alice is just overall an amazing card in the battle phase. Now, with the added Excel Circle for this deck can launch pretty much 3 extra attacks each time you use a Counterblast, which is absolutely nuts. And this deck, when you're starting into a dust turn, it is lethal. Now, Comicality Chimera is there as a battle phase countercharger to extend your attacks. Now, say if you are 1 attack away from killing your opponent, you can use this card to unflip a Counterblast and pretty much send your opponent to the Shadow Realm. Sorry, wrong game. Genie is there as an extender for your combo. So Alice can be put into Soul and then pretty much reformat your field, and then by the end of it, you'll call out Genie, which calls out Alice. Now, calling out Alice from Genie will give it an additional 5,000 power, which makes it even harder to guard on a dust turn. Now, Peekaboo is a very versatile card on your opponent's turn. Now, while this card is on the field, and if it's sent to the soul, During your opponent's battle phase, you can counterblast 1 Soul Blast 1 to send one of your opponent's rear guards into Soul. It allows you to disrupt a lot of cards and combos such as the Blaster Blade with the 4 Flogels, and this card is amazing because you have access to Lovely Companion and also the Maja G-Guard on a Harri base Vanguard. This card can be sucked into Soul at any time you want. Following on, we have Hooping Balloon, the 2 draw PGs, and the 4 crits. Now, why is that so important? So, let's just say if you drive check one of these crits and you put it on a Leslie during the dust turn, and then you keep looping with Alice. Now, Leslie's skill is when a Nightmare Doll Alice gets put into Soul, you may restand this unit. So if you're restanding with multiple crits and high power while your opponent is either 1 power or 13k base, and you stack heaps of crits on this unit, this card pretty much is the Blaster Blade of Pale Moon. Obviously, this all comes down to how much counterblast you have, which is why we're playing Hooping Balloon, to be able to countercharge and to be able to push for more attacks with Alice with the counterblast that we have available to us. Some of the cards that we kept from the older deck includes the Grade 3 Harri, Periton, Trapezist, and Betty. So why are these important? Harri, it's a Maja Vanguard. This allows you to be able to use Maja and your Lovely Companion during your opponent's battle phase to be able to disrupt them with the addition of the new Peekaboo, and to be able to draw cards using your starter. Misdirection is good. It's an 8k power, which means that you can damage deny, and pretty much you can still swing for drive checks. Purple Trapezist, this card is nearly irreplaceable. This card is so nuts in Pale Moon. It allows you to extend combos, reformat your field whenever you want, and this card is the MVP of this deck. Betty, pretty much in conjunction with Periton, allows you before and even now still to be able to formulate 2 attacks per counterblast. Now with the addition of the Excel Circle, it's actually more than that. So Periton can call out Trapezist, and Trapezist reformat your field so that you have 3 attacks for 1 counterblast, which is ridiculous. And because we are keeping the old Sky High Walker, countercharging is super easy. So you can call out Periton, Periton can call out Sky High Walker to be able to countercharge, and you have countercharging through your heal trigger. This stand trigger is also kind of irreplaceable because it allows you to soul charge any cards that are of low quantities, such as the Chimera, Peekaboo, Ginny, Periton, Trapezist, Betty. Man, like that card really opens up a lot. Fronts in this deck are quite useless because you pretty much reformat your field after every 3 attacks. The G-Zone, it's pretty normal, similar to how it was in the G-Era. So you have 4 Harris, 1 of the GB2 Harri, 1 Fairfield, 1 Mephisto, 1 Dust, and 1 Seabreeze. Now, Seabreeze is still useful because you still have Harri to be able to strive into Seabreeze and draw heaps with your Happiness Collector. It's good days. You're sitting there on a 14 card hand while launching like 5 or 6 attacks while on a Seabreeze. It's pretty nuts. And you have ways to countercharge so that your counterblast 2 for Seabreeze seems pretty much free. Now the G-Guard's pretty self-explanatory, so you have 2 Majas, a Furnival, a Coulthard, and a Gleam. But the main G-Guard here would be the Dragon. Now, what's so important about the Dragon? So the Dragon can guard from your soul. This also means that you can guard with normal PGs, and that was the reason why Lydia was there previously. But now we have a draw trigger. A draw trigger that also acts as a perfect guard. So then that means that we freed up space from the grade 1 slots to be able to add in Leslie and still have the perfect guard potential with the draw trigger. And again, this draw trigger, say if you don't have this draw trigger in your soul, you can put it in using this, or mass soul charging using this. There are multiple ways for this deck to combo your opponent out, so you still have your Harris, you still have your Dust, but additionally now you have Fairfield. Fairfield before wasn't as great, but now with the new support for Alice, it makes Leslie pretty much Pale Moon's Blaster Blade. That's pretty much it for this deck. This deck can't really be played if you're riding Alice without some of these. So, because there's no budget restriction, we can definitely put in a lot of these shiny Excel markers. So that pretty much wraps up the first of many Deck Doctor videos. I hope you guys loved that. And if you would like to be featured on one of our Deck Doctor videos, comment a deck list below that you would like to see with the 3 criteria that I have set out. The budget of the deck, what the deck is going to be used for, and 3, the theme or the combos that you want your deck to have. Please like and subscribe to our channel, hit the bell button down below. We'll be getting out to you more content real soon, but until then, I'm Derick Dao, part of World Class Cardfighters, and I'll see you guys next time.